I'll pay for my son's college, my brother said, casually tossing a folded piece of paper onto my kitchen counter. The bill? $14,000. Dorm, laptop, meal plan. He leaned in my chair as if he owned everything, smiling smugly. That won't happen, I said firmly. His face hardened, but he didn't argue. He needs it. After Christmas dinner and he'll pay. Dad's reply was colder. Final. That's his role. My role. Not a son, not a brother, not family, just a wallet. That night, staring at the ceiling, I felt a shift inside me. A cold, steady stream. They felt surrounded by me. They forgot I was listening. So I changed plans. Growing up, I was the dependable, quiet one, the one who stayed up late fixing broken things, bicycles, budgets, even people. My brother was the star, the golden boy. In every family photo, he was in the center, smiling, arms outstretched, trophies shining. And I was on the sidelines, hands in pockets, the shadow that kept the lights on. When Dad's investments sank, I bought Mom groceries. When my brother broke his leg, I helped pay the hospital bill. When tuition fees came, I even co-signed my siblings' loans. Every time, the same rote. That's your role. I endured it for years, until the bill landed on my desk. Until I heard their voices conspiring against me, as if I were a beating ATM. That's when the story changed. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It was a pattern I'd ignored. My children got socks on their Christmas lists, while theirs were opening iPads. When the bill came, Dad always looked at me, knowing. If I didn't obey him, there were whispers in the family, but that December conversation, my brother's smug determination, Dad's brutal affirmation, broke the last thread. It wasn't love. It wasn't respect. It was authority disguised as family. And once I saw it, I couldn't ignore it. I didn't scream. I didn't protest. I made plans. For 2 weeks, I smiled during their phone calls. I did my duty. Yes, see you for dinner. Yes, I'll have dessert. I'll bring it. Little did they know, there wasn't going to be Christmas dinner at my house this year. I quietly canceled the catering, returned the rented tables, and sold back the wine order. I pulled the show they were counting on out from under me. And then the real move. I went to the bank. For years, I'd been making auto payments for Dad's car, Mom's electric bills, and even contributing to my brother's mortgage. I stopped everything. Every transfer, every draft, every link between my account and theirs. I wasn't a wallet anymore. I was the hand that closed the safe. December 24th arrived. They arrived at my house, ready to celebrate. My brother brought wine. Father with that hopeful smile. My nephews and nieces were jumping with joy. Only there were no lights. There was no smell of food. No table was set. Only I stood at the door. A comb. What is this? Father yelled. Plans have changed, I said, and I handed them all a plain envelope. Inside were copies of the autopay cancellation, account closure, and legal notice, with my name attached to them. My brother's face paled when he turned the paper. What nonsense is this? This is freedom, I said. At first they laughed, calling it a joke, but the silence that followed when realization dawned was a whiff of power shift. Father's voice cracked at first. How could you do this? We depend on you. Exactly, I said. And you never once asked if I wanted that role. My brother slammed the envelope. You're fooling us. What for? To get your way. No, I said, coming closer, lowering my voice so they had to lean in to win the game. I told them what I heard. The bill, the plan. After Christmas dinner, he'll pay. Their eyes flickered, glared at each other, and then opened. You were hoping to get your way by humiliating me, I said. Instead, you've humiliated yourself. They cursed, pleaded. But the truth was in their hands, in black and white. They weren't angry about losing my money. The safety net they believed was forever. They were afraid of losing control. I heard their voices and closed the door. Inside, my own children sat on the sofa, wide-eyed, but smiling. This year their gifts were simple. Board games, books, matching sweaters, and yet the joy on their faces was genuine. No manipulation, no bonds, just family. For the first time in years, Christmas felt clean. Later that night, my phone rang constantly. Calls, texts, guilt-ridden messages. I turned it off because that was the truth. The chains weren't theirs to break. They were mine, and I decided to walk away. So when they went crazy, pounding against the walls of the fortress they'd built themselves, I didn't move. I smiled because on December 24th, I didn't just change plans. I rewrote my role. People ask why revenge tastes so sweet. It's not anger. It's not revenge. It's the silence after peace, when the noise of their demands finally dies down. They call me their nurturer, their protector, the one who always stood by them at all costs. But that day, they discover something new. I'm not their wallet. I'm the account.